Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiance. Tyray Mollett half his size after huge weight loss, pic. 90-Day Fiance fans first met Tyray Mollett when he was catfished on before the 90 days. Tyray was shy and awkward, and even though his heart was in the right place, his segments on TLC were often mocked by viewers, especially because of everything he went through. These days, however, and based on the latest updates making the rounds, Tyray is half his size, and many people are shocked by his amazing weight loss transformation. Keep reading to see what he looks like now. While 90-Day Fiancé cast members do find love and lasting relationships by participating in the TLC show, there have also been a handful of cast members who ended up being catfished. Some people who come to mind include Tyray Mollett, who believed that he was communicating with a woman named Carmela. Tyray, from Modesto, California, has a happy-go-lucky and bubbly personality. While there is nothing wrong with this is something that made him a target. He eventually found out that the person behind Carmela was actually a man named Christian on the other end of the line. No matter who you are, no one wants to be embarrassed on national television. This is exactly what happened to Tyray Mollett in 90-Day Fiancé scenes once he realized he had been catfished. How someone bounces back from this is always something that TLC viewers want to know. Based on the latest updates making the rounds online, Tyray responded in a major way. It turns out, based on the latest pics making the rounds, that Tyray dropped a bunch of weight, and he looks completely unrecognizable when compared with how he first looked on his initial season. He shared back in August that he was focused on getting weight loss surgery. He also said that he is currently single and not dating anyone. Based on a recent before and after pic making the rounds, Tyray Mollett has come a long way on his weight loss journey, and fans love to see it. With Tyray Mollett flaunting his new, slim figure, 90-Day Fiancé fans have a lot to say about it, with many commenters praising him for all of his hard work and dedication. One recent commenter said, "Tyray about to glow up and be Fion AF on y'all haters. Oh, he has the best personality. I'm happy for him." A second commenter said, "Fantastic, congratulations. You will now be healthier and more confidence. Good for you. Keep up the great work." What do you think of Tyray and his transformation? Let us know in the comments below. For all the latest 90-Day Fiancé news, come back again for more. The quiet storm of the 90-Day Fiancé universe has always been Tyray Mollett. While other cast members exploded across the screen with dramatic meltdowns, heated love triangles, and bold declarations of romance, Tyray stood out for a different reason. His gentle spirit, soft-spoken optimism, and heartbreaking journey of deception. Now, he is back in the spotlight for something else entirely. A massive transformation that has left fans speechless. Tyray Mollett appears to be nearly half the size he once was after embarking on an extraordinary weight loss journey, one that culminated in a jaw-dropping new photo shared online. The once reserved fan favorite, who viewers first met struggling emotionally under the weight of betrayal and self-doubt, appears reborn. His new look radiates confidence and strength, surprising even the most devoted followers of the franchise. A journey born from pain. For longtime fans, Tyray's story is unforgettable. Catfished by someone pretending to be the dreamy and mysterious Carmela, Tyray's storyline became one of the franchise's most emotionally painful arcs. It wasn't merely about a romance gone wrong, it was about rebuilding trust in himself, learning his own worth, and choosing to rise above humiliation. When Tyray first appeared on screen, he shared openly about his struggles with weight, insecurities, and the emotional scars from being misled. That vulnerability endeared him to viewers. It was no surprise that, even after the shock of the catfishing revelation, he continued to receive warm support from fans. Few, however, imagined that he would transform so dramatically in the months that followed. The photo that sparked a frenzy. The most recent image of Tyray, a mirror selfie snapped at what appears to be a local gym, captures a man who looks almost unrecognizable. Gone are the round cheeks and wide frame familiar from the screens of 90-Day Fiancé. Instead, his jawline is sharp, his posture is confident, and his clothing drapes loosely over a noticeably slimmer figure. The smile remains the same, soft, kind and humble, but there is a fire behind his eyes that was missing before. It is the expression of someone who dug into the depths of their pain and found resilience waiting at the core. Fans immediately began sharing the photo, expressing awe at his transformation and celebrating the incredible progress. Many commented that he appeared happier than ever, not only physically lighter, but spiritually as well. taking control of his story. While Tyray has not revealed every detail of his journey, those close to him say the shift began shortly after his season aired. The public response, overwhelming sympathy mixed with heartfelt encouragement, became fuel for a new purpose. He realized the betrayal he endured did not have to define him. Instead, it could be the catalyst for a life-changing transformation. He reportedly began with simple steps: walking every morning, cutting back on late-night snacking, and focusing on foods that nourished rather than numbed. As weeks became months, his commitment grew. He joined a gym and trained consistently, often sharing uplifting messages on his social media accounts. Followers described his posts as quiet reminders that healing is possible, even when the world feels uncertain. Over time, his efforts yielded results. First slowly, then dramatically. His frame began shrinking. His movements seemed more energetic, his clothes looser, his confidence clearer. And now the photo circulating online reflects what viewers hoped for. A man who reclaimed his life. Tyray's transformation isn't merely physical. It is emotional, psychological, and deeply personal. After being catfished, he admitted the experience shattered his trust. But rather than closing himself off, he made the courageous choice to step forward, to channel heartbreak into self-improvement. Those who followed his journey saw a man fighting not only his size but also the emotional heaviness that lingered long after the cameras stopped rolling. His new appearance symbolizes more than dieting and exercise. It stands as proof that rebuilding begins from the inside, with belief, forgiveness, and renewed purpose. A new chapter ahead. With his remarkable weight loss progress, speculation now swirls about whether Tyray might return to the 90-Day Fiance franchise. Fans are eager to see him again, this time stronger, healthier, and more self-assured. Whether he chooses to pursue new love on camera remains unknown, but many hope he will find someone who recognizes his worth and treats him with the kindness he so freely gives others. The new photo hints that Tyray may be ready to re-enter the dating world. He stands tall, shoulders squared, expression calm but joyful. It is the look of someone who sees possibility ahead. How he inspires others. Viewers have always loved Tyray for his gentle heart. Each update from him feels like a message of hope. First appeared on 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days, he embodied the soft-spoken dreamer whose earnest desire for love tugged at viewers' hearts. Beneath his gentle voice and shy smile was a man weighed down not only by his frame but by years of emotional exhaustion. His story, marked by deception and heartbreak, quietly resonated with millions. Yet few could have foreseen the stunning transformation he would later unveil. Tyray, now nearly half his former size, stepping back into the public eye with quiet dignity and astonishing strength. From the moment viewers learned he had been catfished, the sympathy came in tidal waves. A man who had opened his heart to someone he believed would be his future had instead stumbled into a devastating emotional trap. That cruel twist could have paralyzed him, yet it became the ignition point for metamorphosis. What began as heartbreak evolved into a profound journey of reinvention. At the start, there was no big announcement. No dramatic reality show stunt. Instead, Tyray set out alone, with decisions only he could make. He started by walking around his neighborhood, listening not to the noise of the world but to the conversations he had long avoided with himself. Those first steps were slow and quiet, but they marked the beginning of a personal rebellion against the weight his body and heart had carried for years. Then came changes in his daily habits. Late-night emotional eating faded into mindful meals. He exchanged convenience for nourishment, substituting fast food for simple ingredients cooked with intention. He learned discipline, not as punishment but as a promise to himself. The process was rarely glamorous, and there were no shortcuts. Still, with each pound shed, another layer of his old life seemed to fall away. Months passed, and Tyray's outer transformation began to mirror his internal one. His clothing fit differently, his face slimmed and sharpened. He moved with more confidence, no longer shrinking behind the weight of insecurity. Friends who hadn't seen him in a while were stunned. The difference was almost shocking. Not merely physical, but spiritual. There was a radiance in him that had never been captured on television. Pride without arrogance, strength without noise. Word spread, and his quiet progress became a roar across social media. Fans, who once rooted for him through heartbreak, now celebrated his resilience. He showed his audience what it meant to rebuild, not through grand speeches, but through daily commitment. He was not loud about his change. It simply unfolded, picture by picture, moment by moment, becoming impossibly hard to ignore.